Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Smith. It's Friday, Paraskevia, and today part 2 of the video about liking. Mo'tsoneba, but shen mogწონს. From this perspective, we're also going to be looking at how to modify questions to elicit a yes answer or a I don't need an answer, and some stylistic elements that we hear in Georgian which can make your dialogue a bit more dynamic. So if you are ready, let's go. Slide 1, now that we're talking about what you like, obviously we'll start to feel like a dialogue. And so if you do watch video 27, then it's going to make more sense because we're exchanging ideas about what we like. I might be asking your opinion on what you liked yesterday. I might even be interested in what you used to like, just to check my facts, really. You can see here that there must be more of an emphasis on questions when there are two people in the room, and that is something which will be explored in today's video. Now, as before, mogწონს, what you like now, that's the present tense. Mogczonda, what you used to like, that is the past tense, you don't like it anymore. Mogetzona, mogetzona could be an arbitrary decision, you liked it, you didn't like it, it's kind of up to you now. It's maybe a little bit more spontaneous one. Mogetzoneba is what you think you're going to like, or what I think you're going to like, based upon what I know. The more we know each other, the more we know each other's likes. But we still have to keep checking them, don't we? Things change. So, here we're going to look at the first example. Sheni samsachuri mogწონს, მაგრამ ხელფასი არა. You like your job, you don't like the money. Sheni samsachuri mogწონს, მაგრამ ხელფასი არა. You don't like your salary, you do like your job. I'm just making a statement, perhaps this is what I know. It is not open to question. Ara, of course, here functions just to confirm ar moගწონს, შენი ხელფასი. In the second example, ara goes at the end and as a question, so we're going to start to open what is coming in slide 2. You used to like a guy in Tbilisi. That's what I remember. Adre შენ ერთი ბიჭი მოგწონდა. Well, that means that you used to like a guy. Let's be more specific. Adre ერთი ბიჭი თბილისში მოგწონდა. You used to like a guy in Tbilisi. Ara. Or did you? So I'm changing an affirmative statement, what I remember, with a question. Because now I'm thinking, or did you? But I'm quite sure. I'm expecting a yes. Adre erti bichi tbilischi mogწონდა. Ara. One is affirmative because, frankly speaking, I don't need you to approve. I remember it clearly myself. But ara is maybe the time has opened that question to doubt. Maybe I'm thinking of another person. Or maybe it was a different city. This ara, with the intonation rising, opens the question of doubt. And then, of course, the dialogue will continue. Let's look at this in the past simple observation. Did you like the red wine or the white wine? I saw you drinking both, but I want to buy you a bottle of one of them. I just want to know which one you liked. Tsiteli ღვინო მოგეწონა თუ თეთრი. Tsiteli ღვინო მოგეწონა თუ თეთრი. The red wine, did you like it? Or the white? Which one did you like? I'm intrigued. I didn't ask then. I want to know now. This has passed. One thing I will add, შავი ღვინო, if we know our colors from our previous video, is a very standard name for red wine because, frankly speaking, it's in a bottle and it looks black. Secondly, it's in a glass and it looks black. It's not necessarily red. Other things are bright red. So, tsiteli ღვინო, შავი ღვინო, basically the same. In a restaurant, tsiteli. In a house, შავი, you won't see much of a difference. Tetri, people then go further. Mtsvane could be green wine, right? Here I've written here, kvevris ღვინო. Kvevris ღვინო. This is the one in the amphora. This is the Georgian tradition. People have them in their house. It is the standard amber style. If you are going to use the color, then it's going to be carvisperi, amber wine, which is a distinctly different wine and usually made in the house following the kvevri tradition. And then sachlis wine, well, that sachlis vino, that's going to be basically any house wine. So we know that. Of course, from an English language perspective, you may want to use the color. From a Georgian perspective, they may call it shavich vino. They might just tell you the grape. And then that will decide, of course, the type or taste of the wine, its sweetness, whether it's a dry grape and things like that. I may do a video on Georgian wines, but I really don't know enough. But these are the colors. These are what you get in a restaurant. And I want to know. Mogetzona, tutetri. I just want to know which one you liked. I was there. I'm just checking. I don't know. Let's look at the future now. I think you're going to love Madrid. I know you, and I just think it's going to be something which you will love. Vitsi. Vitsi rom Madridi zalia mogetzoneba. Vpikrob. Me vpikrob. Rom Madridi zalia mogetzoneba. I know you're going to like it. Vpikrob, I think, strong guess that you're going to like it. I've noticed, of course, that vitsi, strong V. Vpikrob, very often I think the V kind of disappears. For me, I just hear pikrob. That's just an observation. We're just going to learn vpikrob rom Madridi zalia mogetzoneba. I think you are going to love Madrid. It's not a question. It's an assumption. What I think you will like based on what I know about your tastes. You're welcome to correct me. Slide 2 is just an observation that I know about you. When you were little, you loved Disney movies. That is never going to change. I remember it. Rotsa patra ikkhavi. Disney's multfilmevi mogsonda. I know it. I don't need to be asking you a question about this. I lived through it. Rotsa patra ikkhavi. Disney's multfilmevi mogsonda. I used to like them. You used to like them. That's what I remember. Now, you need to double check things that are quite present. That's what you used to like, and I have a good reference for that. There's no reference to this question. I don't know if you like Nino, right? I can say, Shen Nino mogsons. Shen Nino ar mogsons. I made my decision. For some reason, I know. But what if I don't know? Shen Nino ar mogsons. Do you like her? Don't you like her? Shen Nino mogsons. Do you like her? Yes or no? Mogsons Nino. Do you like Nino? Of course, this mogsons kind of represents you're attracted to her, that kind of way. But mostly it's about that connection. Did it work or not? I don't know. I have no pre-knowledge. Bring the intonation up on the last word. That's how you form a standard question. This is clearly when you don't want to be corrected. You just want to be informed. Intonation goes up. Now, in the following examples, you might want to be corrected or you're looking for a double tick, a double validation on this one. Shen Nino mogsons ara. You like Nino, right? I think you do. And you're supposed to say diach me momgczons Nino. You confirm that what I know is correct. Ara. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Ara. Shen Nino mogsons ho. Shen Nino mogsons ho. Ch o ho. These are informal yeses. They are adding to this question of doubt. Ho means yes in reality. So it's in English, it's like, you like Nino, yeah? You like Nino, right? You like Nino, huh? Those informal ways are basically ho and ho. Of course, the informal answer would be ki, ho, diach, Me mogsons Nino. What you heard was right. Ara. Ki mogsons. You confirm with a yes. Here we're using khom because I want you to again confirm with a yes. Shen Nino khom mogsons. You like Nino, don't you? You like Nino, don't you? I'm using the negative element here just to make you say Ki mogsons Nino. Yes, I like Nino. But using ara and khom go in different directions, the same as they do in English. Khom lays that into don't you. Ara just means am I right, am I wrong, correct me. The final one, khom ar mogsons, is I know what I know, you're right. Yes, I don't like Nino, that kind of thing. So here we can see in many ways in English we use question tags. It just depends on the sort of your emphasis, isn't it? You don't like her, do you? You do like her, don't you? You like her, right? You like her, huh? It's the same thing, isn't it? Without a little bit of practice with this, you might get a little bit thrown. But here again, just to complete the idea, regular yes tags, they usually give you a yes, ara, khom. Informal tags, kho, ho. Same deal, just a bit more informal. Here's another example of a compound example. Sheni ხელფასი khom ar mogწონს. You don't like your salary, do you? Remember from the previous example, I knew that you like your job and I knew that you didn't like your salary. So, sheni ხელფასი khom ar mogწონს. You don't like your salary, do you? And you're supposed to say, ar mogწონს. Chemi ხელფასი. I don't like my salary, you're right. Slide 3, of course, I'd like to do 2 examples in the future just so you get a feel of it. მოgწონება is the word. იმედია ხვალინდელი გაკვეთილი მოgწონება. I think ხვალინდელი, tomorrow's gakwetili, tomorrow's lesson will please you. Perhaps that's what a teacher would say to their students. Იმედია ხვალინდელი გაკვეთილი მოgწონება. I planned a lesson that I think you're going to love. I think it's going to please you. I think you're going to like it. And that's the point, okay? The next thing I think, Shen achla Tbilisi ar mogsons. You don't like Tbilisi right now. But Fpikrob Tbilisi tandatan mogetsoნება. Fpikrob Tbilisi tandatan mogetsoნება. I think you'll like Tbilisi eventually. This tandatan is obviously saying that it will grow on you over time. Right now, achla ar mogsons. Magram tandatan mogetsoნება. Another variant here could be et abobrivad. Et abobrivad. This is clearly much more academic in stages. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily match very well with the idea of liking, but you can see my point. You don't like it now, you're gonna get to like it. Nabij, step by step. Again, didn't really fit as wonderfully as tandatan in my example, but they are very much 3 sisters from the same mother. Nabij, tandatan, et abobrivad, kind of similar. This one's super frequent, this one also too, this one much less. That is it. That is the last slide of today. Next week, logically, we're going to be looking at what he or she or it likes with extra special attention to the it factor, which we should all be exploring by now. So, with that said, have a nice weekend and I'll see you then. Bye.